Hello all of you awesome people out there and welcome back to another super awesome mega wicked cool video done by myself, Disowned Hero, and in this episode I'm going to be looking at the Operation Permafrost event currently going on in EVE. It is the Christmas event and I think there is about 10 days left. If I just give it a little click there. Yeah, there's about 10 days left and pretty much the same as all the other recent events. You know, you get points from doing certain tasks and you slowly build up to get skins. We've got one for the Merlin here, we've got one for the Omen, one for the Hurricane. We also get a MLEKP ballistic control system blueprint crate. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm a long way off getting that one. And we also have the Megathron skin as well. So just have a look at it. There it is there. Nice blue and white skin. I'm not too keen on them myself, but hey, I might try and get them anyway. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going through 2 of the 3 different areas of the event. That would be combat and hacking. I will not be doing the mining, although I will run through some numbers at the end. I think I've done enough videos on mining, so rather than you sit and watch me mine, I'll just give you throw some statistics at you, so you kind of know a little bit of what's going on. These sites are a little bit different to some of the other sites that have been going on. They don't appear randomly in every system and then disappear when they're completed. They are static and they can be found by finding the ice dwarves in your general overview tab if you have one, or just, well, find the ice dwarves. Basically that's where they are. So if we warp to this one here, you'll find there'll be 3 gates there, a north, east and a west, and they take you through to the 3 different areas, which is mining, hacking and combat. So I'll be doing the combat first. I am obviously in my apocalypse. It is kind of sniper fit. If you have a quick look at the fit here, let's just close that one. I've fitted it with Mega Beam Laser 2s and I have Aurora, Gleam and Standard Crystals with me as well. Standard range on this is 151 kilometers, but I do have tracking. That's wrong, it shouldn't be a tracking one, it should be a range one. Oh yeah, optimal range script in there, and a sensor booster. I've got a micro jump drive, so if anything gets too close I can just jump off. Because like I said, I am fit here to kind of snipe things. I've got a Republic Fleet cap battery for my cap, a few resistant plates and damage mods in the bottom, and nothing really too special in the rig slots. I've actually got with me the different ammunitions, some random drones with me as well, scripts and a mobile tractor unit. So yeah, I'll be doing the combat one first and I'll be doing it off camera for an hour, but I'll show you guys what's inside and what I do anyway to get as much money. Now I'm not going to be going through how much money can be made if you actually complete these tasks here, because, well, we all know it's going to be good stuff. I basically want to find out, if I just kill things for an hour, what loot am I going to be getting from the cargo and salvage. If I just hack for an hour, what am I going to be getting? And then I'll run through the numbers of how much you can earn mining the gas and ore as well. So I've got to try and remember now which one is the combat. I want to say north. Let's jump into the north one here.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, these sites, they're not complete and disappear. These are static. These have been here since the beginning of the event and they'll be here until the end. And flipping, I think stuff my shield down already. Yeah, so anyone can warp in. They're here forever. You can literally just sit in these for the next 4 or 5 days if you're online that long anyway. And it is a little bit broken, some people say. I mean, things like this, my screen's gone white but I can still see through me overviews, and it is very bright in each of these sites as well, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. So it looks like we have come through to the combat one, as you can see. Pink, lots and lots of combat things here, all quite far away from me, which is good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop my MTU. First I'm going to check the range of it. Actually, it might be too far away for this thing to actually drag anything over. So deployments, get where it is now. Track the range 125, so I am a little bit too far off. So what I'll do instead is find out where they are roughly. They're all over there. So I'm just going to jump upwards this way. Probably about there. Yeah, let's try that. Come on. There we go. Right, so there we go. We are 74 away from them, which is perfect. I'm going to drop the MTU here. So launch for self. I'm going to start just moving upwards. So I'm always moving away from them. And I'm just going to start locking these up and I'm just going to start shooting them. I have got salvage drones with me, so I'm going to be salvaging the wrecks. Whether there's anything good in them, I don't know, but we'll find out. So what's my range on these? 151, that's fine. Standard 92 to 73 and gleam. So it'll be quite close for gleam. So I'm going to go for standard since I am a little bit closer than I thought I'd be to them. There we are. I'm just going to start blapping these things away. So I'm going to sit here for an hour and I'm going to see how much loot I can get from these, because they do drop loot. So you can see there is something inside them. See how much I can get from the loot and salvaging the wrecks, and I'll come back to you in roughly an hour. What time is it now? Can't see, my microphone's in the way. 16:12 I make it now, so I'll come back at about 17:15ish and let you know how much I got. Okay, so I have been doing this for a while, and in case you're wondering why I'm so far away from my tractor, it's because a battleship jumped in, and since I wasn't getting very good loot, I presume the battleship is where all the good stuff is, so I jumped to it, and it took me a while to kill, and yep, now I'm quite far away from my tractor, but I did manage to get the Eagle Glacial drift skin, so there you go, the skins are in the battleships. Don't know if I'm keen on these skins, but I do like to collect them, so I'll get as many as possible. So one thing I've found is, as you can probably see by the overview here, I mean, I have dragged some ships away, but they tend to warp in pockets, so you get like 5 or 6 frigates with a few of these cruisers, and they'll all warp in together, and then a little while later something else will warp in together, so a group here between like 195 and 240, and then you've got another group of warp in at like 250, 270, so you'll probably see better if I warp out and get rid of this. See, there's a group over there. There's a group up here which obviously I was fighting. The one I've just come from is here. Someone did die, by the way, and managed to lose all their hornets. So it's not a completely safe or risk-free way of making money. And to be honest, I haven't made that much money. I don't think I will make that much money doing the combat. If you do want to make some ISK, I think the way to go would be the hacking, which we'll jump into next. Then you have about another 20 minutes, I think. 20 minutes and that'll be an hour, and we'll see how much we've made. But first I need to slowly get back to my mobile tractor unit. This ship's handling pretty well, to be honest. When they do get too close, I simply just micro jump drive away from them a little bit and pop them at range. I do have my drones obviously with me to take out anything that's majorly close, but all in all this ship seems ideal. Alright, so it's just dragging the last box in now, and that is it. We went a little, like just a few minutes over. Mainly had to finish like the little group that was attacking me, so I could wait for me mobile tractor to pull everything in. But all in all, it actually went okay. There is 2 more battleships here. These things, they hit quite hard, especially when you warp in 2 at a time next to each other. I had to warp out, I think altogether in the last hour 4 times. Warped out 4 times to heal my ship up and come back, because I have no rep on this. So yeah, these things definitely hit hard, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but someone did die here. You can see there's their drones there. They definitely died. There was a wreck. I'm not sure what happened to it. Don't know. I've left a few boxes behind, but as you can see, they're only smalls, a few mediums there. To be honest, most of the loot I've left quite a few there actually. Most of the loot is actually in the bigger ships. See, is all that loot dragged in? Yeah, most of the loot is in the battleships, and I'll show you what goodies we've got now. Let's just pull the drones in and take everything out of here. See, it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but we'll get into what I actually got in a minute. So let's just dock back up. See, I have took a little bit of damage here. That was mainly off the last battleship I blew up. And I basically have all the loot with me, so we can actually do this. Well, whoa, actually, I need to take this with me. That might actually help. Scoop that to cargo hold. Thank you. One little frigate to come over. Alright, so let's dock back up and have a look at what we've got. Now obviously I did have a few things with me already. This is one thing I did get from killing one of the battleships. I'm not actually sure how much this is worth. For some reason I can't seem to view the market price of it. Can I view the market price? Yeah. So maybe you can't sell that, maybe you actually have to make it. Unless I'm missing something major here. But yeah, we did get one of these, so someone please let me know how much these are worth in the comments below. Got quite a lot of ammunition. Let's just stack everything. Quite a lot of ammunition, all of it a bit pointless. I'll just put it in one of our ammunition hangars and people can take it as and when they want it. We also got quite a bit in salvage. Maybe not so much, actually, about a mil's worth. I did get one of these. That's quite cool. That's estimated at 31 mil. That was from a battleship as well. Not actually sure what these are. Legion to enhance probability of missiles against fast targets. Okay, so if you're using a missile ship, this will help you hit fast moving frigates and stuff. And I did get 2 skins as well. So we've got the Eagle. Let's have a quick look at that. Glacial skins I'm not a big fan of, but I am a fan of skins in general, and I do tend to collect them. So there is that one for the Eagle. And we also have comeback loot. We also have the mower as well. We got one for the mower. So all in all, it says that my cargo is worth 72 million. Now I already had them, and I already had these. So we'll just take them out. So they're 14 million. So 72 minus 14 is 62, 58. 58 million are made in an hour. It's not too bad. That's not including this thing, however much this thing's worth. Let's have a quick look. So show the info of that. It's going to give us one of these. I wonder if we can view the market details of this. They're going for 26 million. So we actually made probably about 60 million in an hour. It's a little bit risky. I did not well, I was going to say I came close to losing my ship, but it didn't. I did have to warp out once or twice. Mainly my own mistake for micro jumping completely wrong, especially when it came to, I seen a battleship come in, I was like, oh, I want him, so I jumped like closer to him and didn't realise there was 2 pockets of enemies and I was getting attacked by everything I had to warp off. I'll definitely say that you'd kind of need either a mobile tractor unit with more range, especially if you're using a ship like what I've got here, or you need multiple of them. I'll definitely say the micro jump jav is the way to go, because you just jump backwards and forwards between the pockets. But I was forever I was jumping away and attacking things, and then this thing wasn't in range, and I had to wait like a few minutes to be able to jump back to it, and then a few minutes to jump back to where I wanted it to be. So if I had either multiple of these or one with like a mega range on it, so that would be a lot better. So that is that anyway. That was about, what, 72 mil plus 20 minus 14. Yeah, so quite a bit of money there. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to just leave that as it is. I'm going to jump into my Astero here and make sure that is empty. You can see I've actually already been doing some of these. So put them in the item hanger. Don't want any of this, don't want any of this, any of this, any of this. In fact, I'm pretty sure this thing should be empty. Yep, empty. I do need some nanite paste just in case. That's not really a big deal if I haven't got any. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have any. Not a big deal, I'll just run it without. I know I'm quite safe in these sites anyway, because as I say, I've done it before. So yeah, we're going to jump straight into now doing the scanning kind of room. So back to the iced wharf again. So we know north is combat. Pretty sure east is the scanning, but we'll find out when we get in there. And let's have a quick look at the fit actually while I remember. So here's my little Astero with a nice little skin on. Which skin am I using? This is a V of gold cell. Very nice looking skin. Not completely fit at this. I'm not sure what I was using it for. I basically found it lying around when I was looking for a scanning ship. I was like, oh, this is close. And for some reason, I've not put a rig slot, anything in that rig slot there. And yeah, just a few bits and pieces. So we have the scanner probes, cloaking device like you'd expect to find on an Astero, relic analyzer, data analyzer, warp scram, micro warp, a few damage things down here, damage resists, damage drone damage amplifier, and I would normally have nanite repair paste there, but I don't think we need it. So we need to jump into, pretty sure it is the east, so let's go straight into this one here and taking a little bit of damage from these frigs. Hopefully it should be okay. If it wants to activate the gate, did I actually activate that gate? Yeah, there we go. So this room, basically cans will spawn endlessly. I think if there's like 12 people in here, you might be able to exhaust them and have to wait for them to spawn in. But they spawn in endlessly, and it's impossible to fail them as well, which is always good to know. Basically, if you do lose, you just try again, and usually the second time when they blow up, you just keep trying until you finally get them. To take these frigates out, they're too far away yet. Try and get me bearings here, so yeah, I need to wait till these come a little bit closer and take them out with my drones here. Any frigates? We've got one cruiser in here, but that shouldn't really be too much of a problem. What am I doing here? No, I need to be going towards this one. And we all know how to scan. These sites, or these nodes should say, are pretty equivalent to wormhole and nullsec sites, so you do need a good few skills in scanning, and there's a few members of my corp were struggling with them. A few Ogre 2, someone's left behind it. A few members of my corp were struggling with them just because of how difficult they are, but I found them quite easy. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it. I haven't exactly put all my skills into scanning and doing this kind of stuff, but I seem to hack them, so we'll just lock this one up and I'll just show you quickly how difficult they can be. Oh, well, too far away already. Let's try that again. Alright, so as you can see, it's a pretty full screen. It's not like a low sec, or sorry, a high security space bomber. There's like 5 dots to kind of line up. So we'll just start making our way through. 3, 3, 3. Already hit a block. There is actually something over here. Oh, flip's sake. It's going to prove me wrong now, isn't it? It's going to be extremely difficult. 4, 3. I need to take that out. Take it out in a minute. 2, 3, 2. Alright, so I'm just going to fail this one. But you can see that was the second attempt. And it's still here. It's not been blown up, which is always good. So normally 2 goes and that's it. You're out of luck. But these you just get to keep going and going. So let's try it again. Make sure my drones keep taking these out. 2, 1, 1, something there. Oh, great. Oh, great. It's going to be well wrong. It's going to be well difficult, this. 2, 1. Go around that. We'll have that, thank you. And there's the core. Let's just make sure. There we go. Actually, take it out. And now some of these, which is annoying, is some of them are empty. And there we go. I've managed to get an empty one. But what's the time now? It is 17:20-ish. Is that what it says? Oh no, it's basically 17:30. So I'm going to do this again for an hour. And we'll see what we get. Alright, so that's pretty much the half hour. I'm just going to do this last one here. And to be honest, I've done really well, both loot-wise and like ship-wise, considering I didn't really fit this ship to run these, to run this event. The drones have done okay. And the fact that the ship is super quick means that you can see they're all spread out these sites, that when they come too close, I would just simply bugger off to the other side of the event site. I'll just go over there and it'll take them a little while to catch up. I don't think I've won this one, however. Although we'll take that. 2, 2. Yeah, there's far too many. Yeah, failed. Let's try it again. Give it one more go. I did say half past-ish for when we started. I've had to warp out twice just because me damage got too low. But I've actually changed this ancillary for a half decent normal repair. Sure, I probably wouldn't have had to go anywhere. If I had the Fed Navy drones as well, that would have helped a lot for me damage. In fact, if I had a Stratios, you'd be able to do this no problem, and I'll show you how much ISK I've made in an Uno Memento, but I'll tell you now, it's actually quite a lot. Because I've only been doing it for an hour. I've been looking in my corp chat as well, and there's a lot of people moaning saying, oh, you can't make money unless you just go for, you know, completing these completing the mini tasks, and all you're getting is like a few skins. And I've just been saying, you know, there is money to be made, you're just obviously not looking in the right places. And yeah, I'm not even gonna, I mean, yeah, you see they are difficult, I will admit. You know, they're not like super easy, even I'm struggling with them. And I do class myself as being a little bit of an explorer. We need to hurry up because I'm getting over my time. Now I did say an hour. It's a bit unfair if I do this for too much longer. So we'll call this the last go. 2, 1. Okay, we need to get through here. Oh, come on. There we go. 30, 30, and 30. Lovely. So let's just loot that. And there's absolutely nothing inside. I'm just going to hide that free so I'll see how much I've made. I'm just going to have a quick warp off to here. Now, there is someone else in this site. I'm not sure what they're doing. Are they actually hacking things? I can't look at him now because I'm warping. I'm not sure if he's hacking them or if he's just collecting loot and stuff. You can see I left all my loot boxes there because there was only medium and small enemies and they don't really drop much. So let's actually have a look at what I got. Now, this cargo was empty. I had nothing in here and I've made 169 million in an hour in an Estero in high sec with pretty much, I wouldn't say no risk, but quite, you know, easy sights. So I did find these. I'll admit I found these 4 drones. Someone died, God knows how, or maybe they just left them behind. But someone left these behind. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5, let's say 6 mil there. So I actually made about 160 mil. I've got these boosters here, 144 ISK, 1000 ISK, 732 for that one, 11 million for that one, 36, 3 mil for them too. Let's just stack all these, shall we? Make it a bit easier. They are 329 each, 3 mil each for that one, 10 mil each for that one. And look at the skins I got as well. We've got one for the Aeon, which I am actually looking at possibly getting one of these in the long distant future. I mean, I don't really like these skins, but that does look quite epic on that ship. We also got one for the Butix, the Crane, the Dominix, the Eagle, the Kitson, which I'm not actually sure what that is. What is that? Oh, it's the electronic attack ship for Caldari. We got one for the Megathron, the Okator, which pretty sure is the Hauling ship, is it? Yeah. And a Tempest as well. So I am actually starting to collect these skins up, but you can tell by the clock in the corner, I've not cheated, I've not loaded myself up with skins when you've not been looking. Honest to God, I've collected all of this in an hour and estimated value is 169 million. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to open up, I don't know whether this will affect the recording in any way, you might find it's got a bit jumpy, but I'm going to open up Eve Praisal, which I use quite a lot of, and I'm going to simply copy all this into there and see how much it's actually worth in Jita. Yep, so if I take a screenshot of that actually, print screen. So that's coming up as being 140 million ISK sell order in Jita at the moment. So that's not a bad haul whatsoever. And then if we open up the what do I do it in? There we go. If we open up the cargo for all of that, copy that, and once again I'll put it into Eve Central over here, or Eve Praisal. We'll submit that. That is coming back at 67 million ISK. So I'm going to quickly do the numbers and throw them on the screen here for how much ISK you can make per hour. Bing! And then while that's up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the mining. I am not going to mine it. I don't see the point. Now, I do have Xbox Gamers in the corp, and he is an avid miner, and he's been mining it, and he's telling me you can easily make 100 mil an hour mining. Now, I'm not sure what ship he's in and what his overall mining credentials are, but he is a keen miner. He's not max skills by any means, but he is in the barges, and he's telling me you can easily get 100 mil an hour. Now what you can do is if you go to the mining, in fact we can always just pop our head in, couldn't we? If we go to the mining gate and actually warp inside, you'll see that there's like kind of like structures there, and you can deposit your raw ore and reprocess it for free in these like structures, and that is worth reprocessing it in those structures. I believe is worth more than if you just sold it on the market as is. And the same for the gas, you can actually reprocess the gas while you're here. So let's just go into the west here. What's up, puppy dog? We can actually reprocess the gas here as well. No idea what it's used for. What? Silly puppy, shush. I'm talking. No idea what it's used for. I'm not even sure if you can build with it or refine it normally. or we process it normally, but you can, I forget the words. Basically when you turn it into like the blocks and stuff and make it better, but when you actually build them with it, I'm not sure what you can do. Let's just walk in, just stalling for time a little bit. So you can see there is a prospect in here. In fact, there's 2 prospects in here, quite a few wrecks, so you could actually get a salvage out, and it's super bright in here. That's one of the things everyone's saying is, why is it so bright, why can't we see? So I'm not sure if that's meant to be like a sun, how bright it is, or just an ice planet. I'm not sure, and I'm being attacked. But if we just zoom out a little bit, click all, and click on this here, you'll see these. You can actually put stuff inside them by simply clicking open. It wants 15 quantities of the vapor, this one, and it will condense it for you. And if we have a look at the other one down here, I don't know if I can open that unless I get closer. Let's just wrap up a little bit. I'll move closer to this one. So yeah, so that's going to condense it for you, and the one at the bottom down here will refine. I'm not sure if it's refining or reprocessing. I forget the terminology for it now. A bit closer, we'll find out. Oh, in fact, one of my guys, I've just noticed that one of my guys have been here. Dish, that's my cup. Alright, so are we close enough for that now? Yeah, so this one here will condensate something or other, I don't know, but basically it wants 160 quantities, and it'll do whatever it's going to do to make it worth more. So I'm just going to get out of here. So you can see if you were to get like a orca in here with a few friends or mining away, there is money to be made. I'm just going to double check for me. Definitely thinks it's 100 mil. In fact, let's just bring him up here. Invite to conversation. Where is he? Hey dude, can't you tell me the numbers for mining in the event site? Yeah, there we go. So from the corp chats, the gas he doesn't know, but the mining ship a day, 100 millisec an hour. So there is definitely money to be made. That's not even including, you know, getting the points and actually getting these things. I mean, I'm only 8 points off having this mail in permafrost, and I'm not actually sure how much this is worth. Again, let's bring up Eve Central. In fact, no, I'm not going to bother, because we all know that these are worth money, and they're going to be worth more in the future anyway. But that's pretty much it. That is the event, and if you travel around, you will find these sites about. Like I said, they're not in every system, but once you find a system of one in, just set up a little like temporary kind of base, like staging points, and you could quite easily make 100+ mil an hour. Yeah, not really much else to say on that. So like I said, please subscribe to this video if you did enjoy it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. As soon as I get to 1,000 subscribers, like I said, I can have a huge party. And I don't know, I just want to get to 1,000. Seems like a good number. Good aiming point. Like this video if you did like it, and of course I'll see you right here very soon in another video. Bye bye. Let's get the micro warp drive on. I'm going to try and talk as much as I can at the same time. I've not done one of these. Sit back and listen to the music whilst we blow things up. It's going to